There have only been 115 justices in our nation's history. Judge Jackson's nomination, of course, is historic in more ways than one. Her nomination, pending a confirmation by the Senate, will bring us one step closer to having a Supreme Court that is more reflective of our nation. One where diversity of race and gender, background, education, and experience allow all Americans to look to their court and see in its justices a reflection of the American people. Judge Jackson, you know, with your presence here today, you are writing a new page in the history of America, a good page. Who the president nominates and the Senate decides to confirm to our federal judiciary, and especially our nation's highest court, that's extremely important. The American people, our constituents, and their faith in the courts, that's central to our democracy. They lose their faith, then democracy loses. The decisions made in our courts and ultimately in the Supreme Court affect the daily lives of each one of us. Fundamental questions about, for example, access to health care, the integrity of our elections, the fairness of our criminal justice system, the preservation of bedrock environmental laws, protections for workers. These issues and many more are routinely decided by the court. Every American must believe that the court is going to be impartial. They must believe that our courts are not a mere political arm of the executive or the Congress, but faithful only to the rule of law. The stakes in a democracy are simply too high. Let's make a few things clear. Judge Jackson is no judicial activist. She is not a puppet of the so-called radical left. She's been praised by Republican-appointed judges for her jurisprudence. Lawyers from the right and the left who have appeared before her in court have called her judicious and even-handed. Before I was in the Senate, I tried a lot of cases in trial court and then courts of appeal. That's what I wanted, somebody who was judicious and even-handed. I didn't care what their politics were. Judge Jackson is not anti-law enforcement. She hails from a law enforcement family. She's also won the support of preeminent national law enforcement organizations, including the National Fraternal Order of Police. And no, she's not soft on crime. Her background as a federal public defender would bring an informed perspective of our criminal justice system to the Supreme Court. I'm proud of being a former prosecutor, but confidence in my prosecution of a case was strongest when I knew the defendant had the best possible representation. When both sides and the presiding judge have a real grasp of our criminal justice system, that's when justice is most likely to be done. So I would say that Judge Jackson's background is not a liability to the court. It's a much needed asset to the court.